Welcome to Tech Every Sunday. In today's session, we are looking at networking fundamentals. At the end of this session, you should be able to explain what a network is, the devices that helps us build networks, the evolution of networks, and finally, the benefits of computer network. Let's get started. What is computer network? What is computer network? A network is a group or system of interconnected computing devices. When you have two or more computing devices connected together for the purpose of sharing. Sharing what? Files could be shared, folders could be shared, printers could be shared, various network resources can be shared. Let's explain some of the keywords in this definition. We have the connectivity or the connection between two or more computing devices. This explains why one device cannot constitute a network. For it to be a network, there must be a connection between two or more computing devices. Let's look at the medium of connection. The medium of connectivity could be wired. That's where we're talking about cables, and wireless, where radio frequencies are involved. In another session, we'll explain these concepts better. What are the devices that are connected to form a network? These devices could include smartphones, smart devices, PCs, routers, switches, hubs, and a whole lot of them. Let's look at the evolution of computer networks. There wasn't anything called computer network until there was a need to share computing resources, computing devices. Let's take a look at this example. If you have a file on a system, a PC, let's call it A, and you want that same file on B. In the old fashion, the only means of transferring this file from A to B was through external storage devices. The most used storage devices of then were floppy disk. So with floppy disk, files can be copied into it, and you take it to B, you insert it, and you copy the content out of it. A lot of things could happen in this process. Files could get corrupt, things could get damaged. As time progresses, they realized they could build these devices in such a way that they can be directly connected. A network interface card is required on each of these devices for connectivity. So in the evolution of network, the first device that was created was a network interface card. The network interface card contains a MAC address, which is a unique address that is bound on the chip on the NIC. With this card comes an interface, a port RJ45, where physical cables can be connected between one device and another. The first form of network, the devices were directly connected and files were transferred from one device to another. Let's look at it. What if the devices were more than two? Let's say three. When these devices are already directly connected and they only have one interface card, they are limited to one card, and so three devices cannot be directly connected. The only way to connect more than two devices together was to provision a device that can have more than one interface card, device that can have more than one RJ45 port. That led to the creation of the hub. The hub came to solve connectivity problem. With a hub with 5 ports, you can connect as much as 5 devices together, and files and resources can be transferred amongst these devices that are on the network. As time progresses, an issue was noticed with every network that was deployed with a hub. They have high latency. What that means is when files are sent from devices to other devices, it takes longer time. The issue with the hub is it is just one collision domain. With this issue, with the hub lacking intelligence, it led to the creation of a network bridge and a network switch. The bridge and the switch solve the problem of the hub. They provide interfaces for two or more devices to be connected, and also they have network intelligence. The bridge in no time was replaced with the switch. The switch is a multi-port bridge. The switch was built for connectivity and network intelligence. With MAC address table on the switch, it can learn MAC addresses of all the devices that are connected to it. The switch can perform forward and filter decisions. The switch can perform loop avoidance. When we have a network design that contains looping, to avoid loops from happening, intelligence on the switches can help it to prevent this loop from happening through STP. In our subsequent sessions, we'll take a look at some of these technologies. But with the switch also came an issue. It is one broadcast domain. The switch with this problem and the need to also connect more than one networks together led to the creation of the router. The router primarily is created for inter-network communication. When you have two or more networks that need to be connected, you need a router. The router breaks broadcast domain, meaning they can connect two or more networks together. The router plays a security role on the network. The router filters every packet that goes through it. The router contains a memory that helps it make decisions accurately. The router carries a routing table. In the routing table, you find the IP addresses of all the devices and all the packets that goes through it. Let's do a little recap. There was an issue. There wasn't a network. So it was from StickerNet to network, where storage devices are moved from one location to another because of lack of network. But with the creation of network interface cards on our devices, they can be networked. The network interface card is one on every device. It contains one registered jack port, RJ45. More than two devices can't be connected together. That led to the creation of the hub. The hub contains more than two network interface cards. So more than two devices can be connected together. The hub has the issue of network intelligence. It solves connectivity problem, but also created a network intelligence issue. The bridge solved the problem of network intelligence on the hub. In no time, the switch replaced the bridge. It solves connectivity issue, providing us with many interfaces where devices can be connected, and also provided network intelligence. Forward filtered decisions could be made easily with the switch. But with the switch also came an issue. It is one broadcast domain. It can break collision domain, but it cannot break broadcast domain. With this issue, the router was created. The router breaks broadcast domain, meaning more than two networks can be connected to a router and packets can be routed across. I hope this has been informative for you. Please subscribe, like, and thanks for listening.